guys? I'm back. Welcome to My Blue Thoughts. I think we're on 208. I don't know. I'm so excited. Last week, I said, you know what? I see some things. We had a bad week last week, the week before, and I was like, I know they're 2-5, but I just felt like something was getting ready to start going. And what happens? The Dodgers went 5-1 this week. 5-1. They swept the Reds. Let's talk about it a little bit because it started off with Clayton Kershaw going up on Monday, which was my birthday. You're welcome. And I was there. I try to go to the stadium every time Kershaw pitches, and he's just great. He's the best I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot. You know, I lived through Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, Roger Clemens. Kershaw's the best, man. He's the best. He goes out there every single night, no matter who he's up against. We have a chance to win, and he throws a complete game shutout with like 13 strikeouts. He's got the record for most strikeouts. He's got 105 strikeouts and 5 walks. I can't say enough about how great Clayton Kershaw is. We are so lucky, and I just want you guys to realize how lucky we are because you never know what could happen. Knock on wood, I pray to God nothing happens to Clayton Kershaw. Appreciate his greatness and watch him every single time you get. They swept the Reds, which they should have done, or at least 2 out of 3. They swept them, great. And then they had the big series against the Mets. They had the big series against the Mets in New York, sellout crowds, because the Dodgers sell out crowds everywhere they go. They're the best in road attendance and home attendance. Good job, Dodger fans. And they proved that they could play with the Mets, okay? The first game, they lost a tough one. You're like, Granderson, the Dodgers. Okay, so first of all, even though they lost on Friday against the Mets, I was excited because after being down by 4 runs in the 9th inning, they came back off the Mets closer, Familia, my Familia, your Familia, Dodger fam, what? And they came back and they tied the game in the 9th. And then they bring in the bullpen, which, they had to do. It's extra. It's the 9th inning at that point. And he gives up a jack to Granderson. You're like, of course. Here comes the bullpen. But then what happens? Saturday. First of all, can we just say this? Noah Syndergaard, you are a bitch, okay? And I'll say it. And if you want to come, you know where to find me, at Peter Surth on Twitter and Instagram, Noah Syndergaard. How are you? Okay, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Noah Syndergaard threw behind Chase Utley on Saturday as a retaliation of what he did last year in the playoffs when he flipped their shortstop, who's not even on the Mets anymore, by the way, because they released him because he sucks. Anyway, point being, he throws behind Chase Utley, but he doesn't hit him, and then he gets tossed from the game. Like, okay, first of all, if you're going to throw at him, Mr. Noah Syndergaard, fucking throw at him. Drill him in the back, drill him in the leg, in the ass. Don't be a little, you have pinpoint control, okay? You have pinpoint control. You're a very good pitcher, okay? Your ERA is like 2.20 something. You're great, Noah Syndergaard. But to throw behind Utley, that just shows, oh yeah, I got my team's back, but I'm a little bitch. You know why? Because he knows that Utley would have went up there and probably kicked his ass, Mr. Noah Syndergaard. He would have gotten Thor's hammer and shoved it up his asshole because they're afraid of Utley because Utley owns the Mets. What does Utley do against the Mets? Everybody in the stadium booing him, yelling at him, taunting him. He goes up, hits a home run with the game tied, and then, oh, by the way, he comes up again later on, hits a grand salami, sticking it to the... This is what Chase Utley basically did to the Mets. He was like, oh, hey, Mets, how are you doing? Do me a favor and bend over while I get you and just do everything I want. And oh, hold on, I'm not done. I'm gonna hit a fucking grand slam and then I'm gonna fucking toss and blow my load all over the crowd. That's what Utley did. Utley punked New York Mets fans, which he's been tantalizing them and taunting them with his play, not with his words, with his play. Ever since he was on the Phillies, Utley owned the Mets and they knew it. And so every time he goes up, they're booing him, and he had like 10 RBIs in 3 games, man. He owns the Mets, thank goodness. If the Dodgers end up playing the Mets in the playoffs again this year, if they make the playoffs, let's not get into that. I hope they play the Mets again, because how epic would that be? How epic would that be? Anyway, so the Dodgers finish off the series. They beat 2-1 against the Mets. They come back yesterday, Sunday Night Baseball. Kershaw's dealing, which, okay. I'm talking about one incident. I'm going to try to stay positive. I don't want to dwell on negative too much. We had a great week, okay? Clayton Kershaw's dealing. He's got another 10 strikeouts. And then in the 8th inning, he's got 114 pitches. They take him out to bring in Jansen for the 4-out save. No, they take out Clayton to bring in Adam Liberatore. I mean, yeah, you're cool. Like, you got a good batting average against left-handed hitters, but so does Clayton Kershaw. He's the best fucking pitcher on the planet. You can't take out the lefty to bring in another lefty. That doesn't make any sense at all. It does not make any sense at all. And then what happens? Granderson hits a fucking triple off the wall. Game ties. But what happens? The Dodgers step up because they're already feeling some swagger. I can tell you this. The days that Kershaw is on the mound, the Dodgers have a little bit more swagger. And they already knew that they got 4 runs on Friday against the Mets closer. So what happens in the 9th inning? They load the bases and they get 2 runs. And then the Dodgers win and they take 2 out of 3 against the Mets. They go 5-1 in a week that I said they needed to play well. And I had a feeling they would. So that's great. Okay? We're still in 2nd place. We're behind the Giants, and that's fine. We don't have to worry about them right now. We have to worry about us. They need to get everybody playing together. Justin Turner needs to start hitting. Yasiel Puig needs to start hitting. Or else Ethier's on his way back, and Puig might be the odd man out pretty soon when Ethier comes back. Anyway, great week, Dodgers. Dodger fans packing the stadiums on the road too. This is great. They've got 4 big games against the Cubs. Another chance for them to prove themselves before they come home and play the Braves and hopefully catch up on some ground against the Giants. So anyway, keep it up. Keep it positive, Dodger fans. I see some good things happening. Let's have a good week. I'll see you guys next week. I'm going to have a special guest, one of the Dodgers, who is going to let me interview him on this very show next week. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys next week. Go Dodgers.